Thank you. Okay, we're going to be going over the objective. Please repeat after me. I can trace and evaluate the argument and specific claims in a text. And the essential question is, are geothermal plants an advantage in California? Okay, we're going to continue with what we have been looking at since last week. We've been looking at geothermal plants article, and we already did this argument poster where you went ahead and you figured out your central idea. You got questions out of this article, and you also wrote down what surprised you out of this article. We went over the vocabulary words that you have questions about. Who wrote this article? Who is the one doing the research? We also went over this, and then we also went over some of the surprises that you had. Okay? Now today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be focusing on what is a claim and what is evidence and reasoning. Okay? How are we going to do this? We're going to get this graphic organizer that you have with you, and we are going to read through it. We're going to read over one claim today, and we're going to work with two sentences that is going to help us support and help us learn what is evidence and reasoning. What is the difference between those two when we look at a claim, okay? So, for example, we have an argument, okay? And the argument or the topic of this argument is Chargers. Now, the claim that this person is making about the Chargers is that the San Diego Chargers have the best quarterback in the NFL. Now, this is a claim. You can oppose to it. You can say, no, I'm going to give a counterclaim, okay, because I oppose. I don't think that they have the best quarterback in the NFL, okay? But before we move into the counterclaim, we're going to move into the evidence, okay? We have a claim, and we always need evidence for this claim. We cannot just walk around saying he is the best quarterback that exists in the NFL, okay? No, we need evidence. Now, our evidence states Rivers, that's the quarterback, okay, has completed passes at the astonishing rate of 70.8%. If the season were to end today, that would be the second best in history of the NFL. So this is evidence. They're giving us statistics, they're giving us data, etc. Now, we need to explain this evidence. How are we going to explain it? By giving our reasoning, okay? For example, not only is Philip Rivers having his best season ever, he's actually made himself a legitimate MVP candidate. So this backs up the evidence more. It makes it more powerful, okay? That is the reason why we have to give reasoning, okay? Now, remember, when we have reasons, or when we give a reasoning, we're giving an explanation. We tell the person that we're giving the claim towards the audience that we understand our evidence. And that's what you're going to be doing today, okay? We're going to look at our article, Geothermal Plants Trigger Small Quakes Near the San Andres Fault, okay? And we're going to get our graphic organizer, and we are going to be working on the first claim. Now, let me warm you up a little bit. We already know that we have a geothermal plant in Califax. Say yes, everybody? Yes. Okay, there's a geothermal plant in Califax, and there is a person that goes by the name of, let me make sure I give my own. It's Emily Brodsky, and then we also highlighted and circled another one. What was her name? Yeah. I got it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. Those that were helping me out. I know that we have circled. But those are the ones that are getting the claim. We also have one person getting the counter claim. Okay. Ellsworth. Okay, Williams Ellsworth. There you go. That's the person that's giving the counter claim, right? Say yes, everybody? Yes. Okay, so we have that person giving the counterclaim, but it's important to know who is giving us this information, who is behind this research. Okay, and it's Emily Brodsky. Okay, she also is co-partnering with the person by the name of Leah LaJoy. Them two are the ones that are doing all the research behind the little temblors or the little shakes that the geothermal plant is causing here in California, well, here in Califax. Okay? And what they're claiming is that those shakes can cause a bigger shake. Why? Because we are so near the San Andres Fault. Is everybody clear with that?
Yes.
Say yes. Okay, very good. Now, let's go ahead and move forward to the graphic organizer. And let's look at the first claim that we are going to read, okay? It says claim number 1. And everybody, we're going to read it together, okay? Are we ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. The geothermal power plants at Southern California, Sun Sea, don't just produce electricity. They also trigger thousands of timbers not far from one of the West Coast's most dangerous earthquake faults, a new study says. Okay, so we need to understand the first claim. So remember, the claim is that they are producing a lot of electricity. Okay, the geothermal plant does produce a lot of electricity, but, or however, it is also triggering thousands of timbers. Timbers is the same as a little shake, okay? And it's backed up by a study. Okay, and I already gave you the 2 names of the person that did this study. Okay, we're going to look at the first sentence, and we're going to decide whether this sentence is an evidence or is reasoning. Okay, for this claim number 1. Are we ready? Say yes. Okay, let's read it. I'm going to read it. I'm going to only read it this time. Okay, it says research published online Thursday in the journal Science found that as production rose at the Imperial County geothermal field, so did the numbers of earthquakes. I want you to analyze. Here's what we need to put on our thinking caps, okay? We got this from paragraph 2 from the geothermal plant article. I want you to tell me, is this evidence or is this reasoning, okay? And let me put up the vocabulary words so that you can refer to them. You also have them in your packets because you wrote them down. But I do want you to refer back to them. Evidence, factual information. Read it, Matthew. Statistics, expert opinions, and quotations. Very good. And Mario, please read reasoning. Very good. So let's come back to this sentence. Are they giving us a piece of evidence or are they giving us reasoning in this sentence? Okay, I want you to think. If this is an evidence, it should give me data, it should give me dates, it should give me expert opinions. And I do see here, it says research published, meaning expert opinion, research, people that do research. So that's one part of evidence. They published in the journal Science. Does everybody see that?
Yes.
And then, what else is it? In the Imperial County geothermal field. It's giving me locations. So, are they giving me a piece of evidence or are they giving me some reasoning?
Evidence.
Evidence. Okay, very good. So, I want you to write down E in that section, please, everybody. Write down E and don't forget to write down paragraph number 2. That is where we get it from, okay? Now, we're going to move on to the second piece, okay? For claim number 1. From 1981 through 2012, more than 10,000 earthquakes above magnitude 1.75 were recorded in the area. Oh, wow. This is a lot of piece of information, and I think it was done from research. Okay, so I'm thinking, it's me thinking out loud. I'm looking at dates, 1991 to 2012. So this is me thinking out loud, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it's 10,000 earthquakes. And this is a magnitude of 1.75. I don't see people explaining here. They're directly giving me information. So that must be, everyone? Evidence. Okay, very good. So make sure you write down evidence, please. E for evidence. And let's do the last one together, okay? It says, let me hear from Rosalba. Please read it.
The group of earthquakes is connected to the earthquakes that Emily Brodsky, a U.S. Institute
Geophysics.
Geophysics, and the paper.
So this is me thinking out loud. That's what you're supposed to be thinking, okay? That group of earthquake is connected to the production Also, they're leading me on, they're connecting me to all of the research that I just read right now. I don't see any data, I don't see any, uh, um, expert opinions, and I don't see quotations. Let me see. Oh, it does have quotations, but it's mostly based on what the person was saying. It's not an expert opinion. So,
Reasoning.
what is this, everyone?
Reasoning.
Reasoning. There must be reasoning. Very good. Okay, let's go ahead and work as teams, okay? Now, the following task that I'm going to give you, so we already did this together, we practiced it together. The following task that I'm going to give you, we're going to work on teams, and you are going to answer the next two with the support of your team members, okay? Now, the next two sentences for claim number one. You're going to decide with your team whether it's evidence or if it's reason, okay? And then we're going to come back and discuss it. Is that good, everybody? Say yes. Okay, Rosalba, so what are we going to do in teams?
Oh, we're gonna do two of the sentences.
Discuss on whether they're what?
Evidence or reasoning.
Very good. Does everybody know what to do now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go ahead and put the timer for 2 minutes. And when we come back, we will discuss what we found, okay, our findings. So let's get together with your team members, please. Okay. You're recording, right? Okay. 10 seconds. Everybody start. 25 points for team members that are working diligently, okay, and discussing this diligently. And how do you know that it's evidence? Okay, show me what that's in. Numbers, the evidence, right? And then you also highlighted that, right? Okay, and that's the location, that the experts are doing, right? Correct. Make sure that we write down their form, and we'll get it decided that it's okay, so what did you guys decide on the and how do you know that it's data and numbers? Okay, can you at least point to one? And then what Very good. Okay, and then we'll work on the next one, and I'll come back to you and check on you right now, okay? Everybody over here. So what did you guys? Okay. So how do you know that it's how do you know that it's evidence? Occurring. Okay. Very good, thank you. Okay. Okay, time is up. Let's see how you guys did. Have a seat. Okay, let's all come back. I did see all the teams working diligently. You were highlighting, you were underlining. Very, very good. I'm going to go ahead and give every one of your team members or your teams 20 points, okay? Whoa, 20 points for working very well with each other. You were communicating, you were discussing, and as I was walking by, I did see you writing down your answers. Now, let's discuss this, okay? And I'm going to pull out a popsicle stick. When I pull out if your name comes up, I want you to explain what you spoke or what you talked with your team about, okay? So the next sentence was, the vast majority of quakes were small, but they are occurring about 12 miles from the southern end of the San Andres Fault. I want you to tell me whether it's evidence or reasoning, okay? Let me. Mario, you've been chosen all day, right? You want me to, you get an opportunity to skip. You want to skip? Yes? Okay. Okay, Salem, are you ready? Okay, so what is it that your team members came up with? Is it evidence or reasoning? And how do you know that it's evidence? How did your team talk about this? San Andreas Fault? It gives you location. So you were able to say, come up with this conclusion in your team that it's evidence because it's giving you factual information. Correct, everyone? Yes. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one. And this one is a little bit trickier, okay? It says previous studies have also linked earthquakes to geothermal production. Okay, I want to hear from you. Let's see what your team came up with. Okay, Ebony. What did your team come up with? What is this? Is this evidence or reasoning? You can only answer that, and then I'll go into more detail with someone else. For previous studies have also linked earthquakes to geothermal production. Listen up. Was it reasoning or evidence? Reasoning? Okay, very good. And Vanessa. Okay, what did your team come up with? Because this one is a little bit iffy for the whole class. Yes. What words help you determine its reason? You want support from your group? Okay.
We said that it was reasoning because it has no date, the time, the place where.
Wow, very good. Okay. It doesn't have any factual information. Okay. It's evidence. Okay, give me a second. She's not wrong, and you're not wrong either. Okay. It's mixed. Okay, so it's a mix. It doesn't have factual information, but you will argue and you will say why. Why is it not? That's a place. It's location, very good. And is it backed up by factual information? Okay. So it's evidence to me. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you something. As long as, okay, and it lends itself too, because not all of them lend themselves, okay? In this case, this sentence does lend itself for it to be either evidence or reason. But I want to hear your reasons why. And you are backing it up very well. So if you put evidence and you're telling and explaining to me why, I will give you your points. And you as well. If you put reasoning and you're explaining to me why you believe this is reasoning, and it does prove here, then I will also give you points. Okay? Very good. Okay, we're going to stop here, and I'm going to go ahead and make closure. And I want you to understand that whenever we are entering an argument, we are going to enter the topic, we're going to give our claim. Once you state your claim, okay, you are going to give me your evidence, and that's when we have to do our research, get our numbers, get our factual information, and then we get our reasoning. We have to always learn how to reason because we don't just come and present the factual information and that's it. No, we give our reasoning, our explanation, and the reasoning is how the writer explains how the evidence proves the claim to be true. Okay? Well, I thank you, everyone, and we are going to continue picking this up until tomorrow. Okay? We're going to keep practicing.